Hi, I'm Heather from booktubes, and today is Jealous and Possessive romance recommendations. Jealous and Possessive heroes, specifically for all of these. I love this dynamic. I don't care that it is red flags. I don't care that it is toxic. I don't care that it is a problem, that it's problematic. I understand that in real life this can be something that you should absolutely avoid, that it can really be something that can be a indicator of a dangerous person. I understand all of that. We are talking fictional, baby. Fictional. In fiction, in a romance book, nothing beats this. Nothing beats it. Nothing. I always need more. I never have enough. I've done this recommendation video yearly for the last few years, so I will try and link all the videos in the description. No promises. I'm not always good at delivering on that intention, I guess, but I will try. So this is a new round. This is not featuring any of the books I've already loved and recommended in those videos. So the first one that I have for you is Hostile Takeover, which is Blackwood Billions #1 by Christina C. Jones. This is a black billionaire, a black love book. It is so good. It's so good because it's a marriage of convenience. He forces her into a marriage of convenience with him, and he does want a child out of that marriage, and there is like a whole thing about birth control, so be aware of that if that is a particular thing you would like to avoid. However, the dynamic between the two of them is not really that dark or that toxic. It is a little bit of a hate to love situation. She gives him a run for his money. She is exactly the type of main character I want to be in this type of book, because she is rich and powerful and confident on her own, and he's just like the type of guy that is her equal, that needs to meet her where she's at. So you don't have like this billionaire plucking this poor little 18-year-old out of obscurity, and she's just so grateful to be here, and just everyone is out of her league and she just feels so out of place. No, none of that. None of that. Thank you so much. There are other content warnings for medical abuse and death of a parent, and also like some health issues with other family members, specifically grandparents, so be aware of that. But this man this man decides to play a dangerous game, okay? He has a wife at home. He has a wife that he is more obsessed with than she is with him, right? And he decides to play some games, and she shows him quickly, with a quickness, that she is not the one to mess with. She is not the one that he should be playing all these little games with, and she's gonna play it better, and she's gonna make him regret all of his life choices if he doesn't shape up immediately. So he does try to make her jealous. That was a bad move on his part. But like, he is also very jealous and possessive of her. There's like a person that he's like, absolutely not. That ex of yours, I don't want to see him within 100 feet of you again. This was exactly what I hoped it would be. I had an amazing time reading it. A real highlight. I desperately need more in this series. I really, really, really do. Then I have Marrow by Trisha, Wolfe, and Brynne Weaver. This is two serial killers falling in love, which I love. I am excited when that is the premise. She's a serial killer. They're both professors at the same university, and they're both serial killers in the same town, which, if you know anything about serial killers, is like, there's not room for the both of us. He has not noticed that she's a serial killer, and she is offended by that, and so she decides to frame him. And it's so good. There are some dark kinks in this. There's quite a few different kinks that are listed in the book, so as well as content warnings, because it is a dark book, but a lot of the sex scenes are going to be dark and not vanilla, not within like the realm of normal sexual interactions, just generic, I guess, interactions, because sex is normal if you both like it, you know? Can we not have a vehicle go by for 2 seconds? It's probably like a tractor. Doesn't that sound like a tractor? A lawnmower. A lawnmower is just driving down the street. Anyways, so yeah, they have a connection that he doesn't remember, but also he's obsessed with her, but also he's not, but he totally is. They're obsessed with each other. They are jealous and possessive. Cut your finger off if you touch each other. And I like when energy is matched. I do. That's my favorite. Like, absolutely, you can lose your little mind. You do not have to like another man by me. You do not have to like anyone coming on to me. You can be as jealous and possessive as you like, but understand that that energy is reciprocated, okay? This is a two-way street, never, ever, ever a one-way street, which I think is where a lot of toxicity comes in. Does nothing for me. I don't like that. I don't like that. We're in this together, okay? Then I have Bite of Loyalty, which is Blood Oath #1 by R.L. Caulder. Full disclosure here, this is a why choose. I think it's 4 books maybe, and I devoured them rapidly and then DNF'd the last one. So I couldn't really tell you how it ends. There was nothing wrong with the last one. I was just done consuming them one right after the other. So I DNF'd, which is not unusual for me, and you should not take as any sort of non-recommendation, but just for full transparency, know that I don't actually know how the series ends, okay? But this is one where she is a vampire killer. Her whole family is massacred. She is turned into a vampire against her will and now has to be at this paranormal college and has, you know, possibly a few fated mates floating around, and they are jealous and possessive of her with each other. Definitely with other people. They are very willing to stake their claim. You get some hot and steamy interactions right away. It's very interesting, okay? It's very interesting and I enjoyed it. I had a really good time. It was the only why choose like this that I've flown through in a minute, and I was just really happy to be enjoying that vibe, honestly. So if you are looking for one, is it the best thing you've ever read? No. Is it easy to read and will you fly through it? Potentially yes. Potentially yes, and I had a good time. My next one is Return to Monte Carlo by Cate C. Wells. I'm obsessed. Okay, that's all you need to know. This is a marriage in trouble in the 80s. He is a billionaire. She is his poor little country Texas waitress wife that he was obsessed with, but he is ignoring. And so you open up the book and it's their anniversary. He doesn't show up for the family dinner and she leaves him. Also, she's pregnant. So you have surprise baby, you have stalking her down and bringing her back. This man is obsessed with her. Can he communicate to save his life? No. No, he cannot. Is he willing for anybody to disrespect his wife at all? No. Has he been letting it happen because he was unaware that it happened? Maybe. Is he gonna fix that? Absolutely. Also, this is consensual non-consent, CNC. So if you don't like that kink, you probably won't like this book. And also he is struggling with a Madonna and the horror complex. He loves doing this kink with his wife. He also feels like he shouldn't. He feels like he is a bad person for wanting this, for doing this with his wife of all people. With his pregnant wife is even worse. You know, there's something wrong with him. He's got to do better. He's got to do better. Obviously, he cannot. And she does have a come to Jesus moment with him when she's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Consensual non-consent, if you're not familiar, is where you have consensual sexual relations. However, it is playing out in a rough no type of way, but you're not actually saying your safe word or anything like that. So it is consensual, non-consent. It is my favorite kink to read about. It's done well. I liked it. And yes, Cate C. Wells is so good at writing a hero that you just kind of want to smack at the beginning of the book. And by the end, you're like, baby, stop groveling. It's okay. It's okay. All is forgiven. It's just so good. I love a good marriage in trouble as well. And I love Cate C. Wells. I mean, honestly, this book was always going to be a hit with me. And then lastly, I have Slashed by Thalia Sanchez. This is a Halloween-esque dark romance novella. And it is a haunted house. And she hooks up with one of the scare actors at this haunted house experience. Except he's not actually a scare actor, and all those people he killed, they're actually dead. There were a couple of things with this that I was like, oh, I don't know if I can get over that. And then, like, maybe it wasn't exactly what it seemed it was. And I really liked that. I liked his mask. I like a good masked man. I do. I liked the kink. I liked the sex and the blood and the haunted house. It was good, okay? It was good. I don't even like slasher movies. Like, I am not a horror fan. I don't consume it at all. However, you might like it even more if you do like romance and slasher movies, but as someone who doesn't like slasher movies, I still absolutely love this. Had an amazing time. Was really into all of it. So I really need her to write another book. I do. I am sitting here waiting. I need more because this was really, really good. So that's it. Those are my recommendations. I desperately need more books with the jealous and possessive. Touch her and die. Touch them and die. I'll stab you, but you'll stab me. You know, whatever. I need it. I love it. I need it. I always need more. I never have enough books to satisfy this craving, honestly. So give me your best recommendation in the comments, please. And thank you. Let me know if you have read or want to read any of these. And I will probably film this again next year when I have enough for another round. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.